Today we are going to do a unique video from CEZOR. My name is Bilal Mulji and I am bringing you something very interesting. I am bringing you the HyperX Alloy Elite RGB mechanical keyboard, and we are going to do a review on that. So what's this particular mechanical keyboard about? How does it look like? It looks like this. Alright, so now we are going to take a quick look at the HyperX Alloy Elite RGB keyboard. At first glance, this is what it looks like. It looks like a very beautifully designed keyboard. As you can see, it's a very straight edge design. And I'm going to take a closer look at the wrist rest for starters. It's very smooth. And it doesn't have any fingerprint that shows on it, so that's one good thing. Beautiful matte finish, and it has kind of a structure, or you could say a texture here, where usually your hands are on the keyboard, as you can see. So it's pretty much even at a very comfortable angle. Now, looking at the overall thing of the keyboard, we have a mechanical keyboard here. It's RGB, and the switches are cherry red MX switches. And we have a few buttons here that I want to talk about. Going from the left side of things, we have the button over here, which is the brightness button of the LED. Now if you press the button over here, so you're increasing the brightness and then you're switching it off. So it's this, so it's got like around 3 brightness modes. Then the second button, it has 3 circles. 3 circles probably means something, right? So 3 circles is when you press this button, you have, okay, this is one RGB mode, this is the second RGB mode, when you type your buttons and it's all random colors everywhere. And then you have the third RGB mode, which is the wave. Now this keyboard doesn't have only 3 RGB modes. The RGB mode can be customized using Ingenuity software that you can find on the HyperX website. Going further, we have the game mode button. The game mode button over here is what it sort of disables the Windows key button here. But not only that, in the Ingenuity software, you can select the game mode button, customize not only the Windows key but also other keys that you want to function in a particular manner. For example, even macros you can set from Ingenuity software. The right side has a volume rocker over here to increase and decrease the volume. And it has a mute button, it has a play button, it has forward and reverse. So that's multimedia for you for your quick videos and etc. Middle section is what you see here is the braided cable, and this braided cable consists of 2 USBs, one for the keyboard and one for the other USB pass-through, which we have connected HyperX Pulsefire mouse to it. So this causes less cable clutter instead of your mice wires going all the way from your work desk and all the creeping towards the back of the computer or in the front. This gives it a much more cleaner look to your desk, and believe me, if your desk is clean, then you feel good, and when you feel good, you either play good or you work good. So that's how it is. Going to the little nitty-gritties of the keyboard. Now what you look at is, this is a lovely matte finish over here. It's so beautiful, it's so crisp. The keyboard feels really premium when you start typing on, and you can see the cherry MX red keys. The sounds that you get are very pleasing to the ear. Then we also have a very interesting thing here, which is the RGB LED strip. So this is, this doesn't have any functionality as such, but it has a very subtle RGB appeal to it, very visually calming and relaxing. Yeah, so that's pretty much there for visuals. And it also has features like N key rollover. It also has anti-ghosting features. The interesting part about this keyboard is that it has a solid aluminium base, really solid in construction, as in it's not just flat, it's very well engineered. You can see the sides here, and as I lift up the keyboard, it's very rigid. It's got the angles at the right places to offer that extreme rigidity of the keyboard. And so this is engineered body design, and of course it has those angled legs, really sturdy. And of course you can remove the wrist rest if you want. So that is our overview of the keyboard. So let's take a look at the Ingenuity software and see what that does. So finally, what is the HyperX RGB keyboard all about? Well, here is our conclusion. Firstly, it's a very good keyboard, and it's a must buy for those who want something very prominent and very elegant in the part of their gaming system. So I'm going to list out the pros and the cons of the keyboard. The pros: firstly, it has RGB. Who doesn't like that? Secondly, the RGB is programmable by a software, so that makes it really good. Third, the finish of the keys and the overall build structure of the keyboard is really very nice. And yeah, it's got a very cute little RGB bar on the top of the keyboard, which is very subtle, along with the floating keys and a lot more. And not to forget the USB pass-through, which makes it very convenient to connect your mouse or other USB devices as you aim to please. Now, I'm going to talk about the cons. Firstly, it's quite expensive. So that's pretty much sums it there. But it also doesn't have your audio input for audio and mic onto the keyboard. That would have been a good feature. And apart from that, I feel the wrist rest is kind of like very plasticky, though it has a very good texture on it, but I think it needs a little bit more comfort for your wrist, as in like memory foam or something like that, if we are sort of going it to the more elite way of things. And yeah, that's pretty much sums it. It's a good keyboard for the price range. It's ARGB, it's got a lot of zones, and yeah, that's our take on it. So if you want something RGB and if you want something which is elite, go for the HyperX Elite gaming keyboard. So guys, what do you think about this video? If you like it, give us a little thumbs up right down there, and for more videos, please click on that subscribe button and that bell icon to stay updated. Cheers, and see you in the next one.